ஆடும் பரிவேல் அணி சேவல் என பாடும் பணியே பணியாய் அருள்வாய் தேடும் கயமா முகனை செருவில் சாடும் தனி யானை சகோதரன். திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். பூழியர்கோன் பொழித்த புகழியர்கோன் கடல் போற்றி ஆழிமிசை கல்மிதப்பில் அணைந்த பிரான் அடி போற்றி வாழி திருநாவலூர் வன்தொண்டர் பதம் போற்றி ஊழிமலி திருவாத ஊரர் திருத்தாள் போற்றி. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். தென்னாடுடைய சிவனே போற்றி எந்நாட்டவர்க்கும் இறைவா போற்றி ஏகம்பத்துரையந்தாய் போற்றி பாகம் பெண்ணூறு ஆனாய் போற்றி பராய்த்துறை மேவிய பரணையே போற்றி சிராப்பள்ளி மேவிய சிவனே போற்றி அண்ணாமலை யமன்னா போற்றி கண்ணாரமுத கடலே போற்றி காவாய் கனகத்திரளே போற்றி கைலை மலையானே போற்றி போற்றி வெற்றிவேல் முருகனுக்கு அரோகரா. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். அண்ட சராசரங்களுக்கெல்லாம் அதிபதியாக விளங்கக்கூடிய முருகப்பெருமானுடைய ஒப்பற்ற பெருங்கருணையினாலே ஞானத்திரள் சார்பாக the hereditary of disciples of சைவம் என்கிற தலைப்பில் ஆங்கில தொடரை நம்முடைய கத்தார் சரவணன் தம்பதியருடைய நல்லாதரவினாலே தொடர்ந்து சிந்திப்பதற்கு திருவருள் கூட்டியிருக்கிறது. In the last session we discussed the hereditary, the line, the chain of gurus. It's a chain of gurus that we have to propagate the principles of Saiva Siddhanta and the basic concepts of Saiva Siddhanta to the people so that they can get liberated from the sufferings of their life. To make them understand the meaning of their life, to make them understand why they have come to this world, to make them understand why a body has been given to the soul, to make them understand why it is not a permanent one, but a temporary arrangement. All these questions are answered only if we go through the principles of Saiva Siddhantam, which are being taught systematically by the guru-disciple hereditary. See, the chain of guru and the respective disciples. Why that chain? It is because without deterioration, without distortion, the principles should be propagated among the people. They have also written the texts, they have also given Upadesams. The disciple will take the Upadesam from the Guru and will pass on to his disciple in future. So the chain is going on propagating the basic fundamentals of Saiva Siddhanta without distortion. That is very important, because if one principle is passed on to the next one, if it is not passed on in full or in detail or clearly, then the disciple will understand under his own capacity of wisdom, and he will interpret the real truth in his own way, which may cause a distortion of the original version of the Upadesam. So that is why a disciple has to be under the guidance of a guru for a long period. For a certain period, disciples should take their training in all aspects. It is very difficult to understand the concepts without distortion. We cannot understand on our own way. We cannot interpret the meanings on our own way. Because the basic truth, it should be understood and properly passed on to the next generation. So it has been ensured. That is why we have so many mutts. A mutt, Dharmayadina mutt, Tiruvavududhariyadina mutt, Tirpanandal mutt. All these mutts are there because to make the chain of gurus and disciples who will propagate the principles, who will take the principles of Saiva Siddhantam to the people or to the public, so that many souls will be benefited in getting liberated from their suffering. The ultimate aim of any religion or any concept of the religion is to liberate, to relieve the souls from its own suffering. For that, we must be able to understand that our life in this world is not smooth. Nothing is happening according to our wish and will. Nothing is going on our plan. According to our plans, there may be so many deviations. Why it happens like that? When I plan something, then the actual the implementation of the plan or the execution of the plan gets distorted. Why? Why should it happen? Because there are external forces acting upon it. If you decide and if you do something, not only your forces are there on the issue, there are other forces, unseen forces. They are there. And those forces you cannot predict. Unpredictable forces, unidentifiable forces. They will also act upon your project. So it will naturally take its own course. It will reach a destination which you would not have expected at all. It would take so many turns which you may not have anticipated. So many turns will happen. So you must understand, if you plan something, don't think that your action is going to decide the fate of the plan. May not be. Other forces are available. They may spring up. You will not know where did they spring up. They will act upon your project. They will act upon your plan. They will distort the original schedule, original concept. All these things may be changed without your control. So you may not have control over it. I will tell you an example. See, you have a son. You feed him. You give him clothes. You give him education. You try to impose upon him your wishes. You direct him to wake up in the morning. You ask him to eat whatever you give. You will ask him to dress whatever you give. All these things will be forced upon him by you, and you may want him to be a doctor or an engineer or a lawyer. All those things you may plan. According to your plan, you will take him to the respective institution, and you will also take him to respective teachers. You may take so many efforts to make him a doctor or an engineer according to your wish. But do you think that he will become a doctor or a lawyer or an engineer as per your program or as per your plan? No. He may have his own wishes, or something will happen, something will come into our way, and everything will get distracted, everything will change, and it will end up in entirely different thing. We have witnessed so many incidents in this world. So, whenever we plan something, it is not executed according to the schedule. It takes its own course. It ends up in its own way. So, why it should happen? So, we have to believe on the fate. What is the fate actually? Fate means the course of the conducting your plan. You may plan anything, you may plan according to your wish, but the decision will be with the fate. It may approve your plan, it may not approve your plan, it may change your plan, or it may reject your plan. Anything may happen. That is a fate. It doesn't ask you not to plan. It doesn't prevent you to make your own plan. You make your plans, submit it. It will take its own decision. That's how the things are going on in this world. Father expects the son to be pious. Father expects the son to be character worthy. Father expects the son to be giving respect to all elders. Father expects the son to be simple. Father expects the son to be intelligent. All those things are there, isn't it? But son satisfies all these conditions. Well and good. Do you think it's going to be that simple? No, not at all. Father expects his son to be soft. He may be rough. He will become rough and tough. So all these things are there. So why I am stressing all these things is nothing is happening according to our plan. What decides the execution of our plan? So all these things should be preached. All these things should be enlightened only by the principles or the teachings of our religion. Lot of teachings are there, formulated by our gurus, and those details are to be taught to our children. So it should be hereditary. Says if the father applies holy ash on his forehead, he expects the son to wear the same holy ash. Is it not? But son may not be doing it. So don't expect anything to happen according to your wish. Instead, leave all the wishes to at the lotus feet of Lord Shiva. So the chain of the gurus, the disciples, the chain. It is a noble chain. It is a chain to be proud of by every Saivite. We have a chain. We have an internal chain and the external chain. External chain commences from Maihandar. Internal chain commences from Nandi Emperuman. There are 4 mentors, 4 gurus in external chain. Purachandana Kuravan. It is being called in Tamil. The external chain starts with Maihandar. The invocation was done by Paranjodi. and he named him after his guru, Meigandar. His original name was Satyajnana Darsini. When translated to Tamil, it will be Meigandar. So our first guru, foremost guru, the first guru of the external chain of gurus, Meigandar. Meigandar. In other words, Satyajnana Darsini. So it starts from there. Paranjyoti has access both from the upper world, both in upper world and in the lower world. This is called lower world, Prabhanjam. He has contacts in the upper world also, Suddhamaya. So he is the only person who is connecting between these two mayas, Suddhamayas and Asuddhamayas. So the souls in the Asuddhamaya should be taken care of. The souls in the Asuddhamaya should be given the bunch of principles of Saiva Siddhanta. So that is why God has graced this chain, external chain, starting with the great Meigandar. Meigandar, Arunandi Sivam, and subsequently Maranyana Sambandar and Umavadi Sivam. From there are a lot of other sub-channels. There are a lot of channels. Each one may have different. For example, Umavadi Sivam has different disciples. Each disciple has another disciple. Likewise, it goes the chain like that. Bifurcations is going on, and a lot of gurus and a lot of disciples are there. So, this called the hereditary, all hereditaries. There are a lot of, for example, the Dharmiyadinam Math, it has its own hereditary from Gurunyana Sambandar, where Gurunyana Sambandar, Kailaya Prayasa Guru. Kailaya Prayasa in turn comes in the chain of the Kailaya Parambarai. So the Kailaya Parambarai just starts from Nandiyam Peruman. Nandiyam Peruman is the disciple of Lord Siva, Dakshinamurti. So let us concentrate the external chain of gurus. The external chain of gurus, Meigandar, the Arunandi Sivam, the great Arunandi Sivam, the great Maranyana Sambandar, Srila Sri Umavadi Sivam. Their graces, their fame, we cannot describe in words. Such a holy background. We should be proud of our mentors and gurus. They have passed on the principles in a way that we will be able to understand and follow. All the details are given, even though there are 4 gurus, out of them 3 has done works. Meigandar has done Sivajnana Bodham, Arunandi Sivam has done Sivajnana Siddhiyar, and Umavadi Sivam has done Sivapragasham. See, even though they have done the works, Tamil works, they have done the work, they have given out the valuable books, they have written valuable books. We cannot say that they have written the books because they will only preach. The disciples will take notes and they will prepare the book. So, out of their teachings, their disciples have compiled the books. If you go through Sivajnana Bodham and if you go through Sivajnana Siddhiyar, if you go through Sivapragasham, you cannot find any deviation or discrepancy between the principles explained. That is why we have we have about 14 books in Shastram. We have about 14 books in Shastram, out of which 12 have been executed or done only from Meghandar. Before Meghandar, there were available 2 books, Tirukalittupadiyar, Tirundiyar. They were old books before Meghandar. The story of our Meghandar is quite interesting. See, when he preached the principles of Saiva Siddhantam, when he preached, he was only 2.5 years old. See, child prodigy, we cannot imagine a child of 2.5 years old could write such a book that cannot be decoded even after years, hundreds and hundreds of years. That was done in 12th century, if I am correct. 9 centuries have passed. That is about 900 years have passed. Still we are digging out. Still we are trying to decode all the details. Such an enormous book. It a value, you cannot value it. Sivanyana Munivar has done the Padiyam, that is the explanation of the 12 sutras. Such an enormous and valueless, we cannot value it. Such a wonderful book was done by Meghandar at his age of 2.5 years. So we can rest assured that it is not by a human being, but only because of the grace of Lord Siva bestowed upon him, did the work. If we see the story of Meghandar, it's an interesting one. I had already told you. Not only that interesting, you must understand that people are depending on God for everything, not by just words, by their actions. There was one Achyuta Kalapalar in Pennagadam. This Pennagadam is in Tirumunaipadi Nadu. Pennagadam is a very famous Siva temple is there, Pennagadam, in which you can have darshan on 4 sides of Lord Siva, the Boulavar. You can have vision, you can have darshan on 4 sides. That is eastern side, western side, northern side and southern side. You can see the Sivalingam. So it's a special one, the Pennagadam. In that town, let us say Pennagadam town, the Achyuta Kalapalar was there. He was a Saiva Velalar. He was a devotee of Lord Siva. He used to visit the temple every day and pray the Lord to bless him with a child. Because long days have gone after marriage, he didn't have an issue. So he went and requested Lord Siva to bless him with a child. Then he approached his guru, Sakalagama Pandita, such a nice person and also a knowledgeable and is an expert. That is why he is called Sakalagama Pandita. That means he is having expertise in all the agamas, 28 agamas. If you quote anything, he will say where it is available in the Agamams. He is well versed with the Agamams, and he can pick out anything from any Agamam and explain. When he comes, the carts will follow him, full of books. Those books are about Agamams and their explanations. So nobody will argue with him, and everybody will be afraid of him because he is full of knowledge and he is authoritative. He will not be talking for talk's sake. Just for sake of talking, he will not say. Authoritatively, authentically, he will quote things and discuss and even argue. So he was winning over all the places. Wherever he goes, he will win over all the other religions' debates. So such was his expertise, and at the same time he was having deep love for Lord Siva. He was also there in Pennagadam. Achyutakalapalar used to visit him, and as a matter of fact, he was a disciple of him also. So he submitted that, oh my Guru, I am every day visiting my Lord Shiva temple and requesting him, begging him for a child, because I must be blessed with a child. So I was asking him, you must also give your blessings. So days went on, he blessed him, but nothing happened. Days went on, and one day he with his wife visited him and stressed and shed tears. Just do me something. I must have a child. You are a great Guru. If you think that if you grace me, definitely I will have a child. So you bless me. That's what he was saying. Then Guru told him, okay, you come tomorrow. After my puja is over, I will do one thing. I will take a book of our Devaram, in which 7 Tirumurais is being compiled in a single book. We will put a card. That is, people used to put a thread inside the book without seeing the pages. Just like that, they will put a thread. And they will open it then. Then they will see what the thread is showing. The respective page, the respective poem or the sonnet blessed by the respective Guru will be taken as the message. We will take the message from Devaram. You come tomorrow, we will try. He told his disciple. The next day, as the Guru directed, he took his wife and went to his place. The Guru finished his puja and came out and gave them the prasadams, and he asked them to sit down, and he also sat down, and he took the Devaram book, in which 7 Devarams were available. 7 Devarams means 7 Tirumurais. They have been classified by Nambiyandar Nambi in 12th century. The main work was constituted by Rajaraja Cholan, the great Rajaraja Cholan. He was the person responsible for compiling all our songs in Saivam as Tirumurais. So as he promised them, he prayed the Lord, closing his eyes. He was in Dhyanam for a certain period, and then he took a cord means a thread, and he inserted inside the book without opening it. Just like that he inserted. And then again he prayed the Lord and opened the book. He found a padiham. A padiham means 10 songs, with the 11th song giving the what will be the benefit of chanting this padiham? That would have been given that padiham. Likewise, 10 songs being compiled as a single padiham, and it will be blessed by the respective god belonging to that place. For example, a padiham for Tiruchirappalli, it would have been blessed by Thaimanavar. A padiham with respect to Virdajaram, then Virdagirishwarar, Mudugundishwarar would have blessed it. So likewise, he just opened the book and found that padiham belongs to Thiruvenkadu. He was so happy, Thiruvenkadu, but at the same time, there will be 10 songs or 15 songs on a single page. Which song is to be taken into account? A single song gives the message. Which song should be taken into account? What will they do is, they will take the page on the left side and the song in the last line. That is, if there are 10 songs, the last song will be taken into account. If there are 9 songs, 9th song, the last song will be taken into account. So when the Guru opened the book and saw that the padiham belongs to Thiruvenkadu, and he just tried to see the song that is finding the place in the last place. So he just saw that padiham was, that song, particular song was, பேயடையா பிரிவெய்தும் பிள்ளையனோடு உள்ள நினைவாயினவே வரம்பெறுவர் ஐயுற வேண்டா ஒன்றும் வேயன தோள் உமைபங்கன் வெண்காட்டு முக்குள நீர் தோய்வினையார் அவர் தம்மை தோயாவாம் தீவினையே. What a beautiful concurrence. That message given by that song. Don't worry, you will be blessed with a child. You will be blessed with a child. People haunted by spirits will get relieved out of the haunting. People longing for a child, they will be blessed. Don't doubt it. Don't have doubt about this. Likewise, the song goes sung by Thiruñāna Sambandar. So that song was sung by Thiruñāna Sambandar. So everybody was happy. Achyuta Kalappalar was very, very happy. He said, Thiruñāna Sambandar has given me the assurance that I will have a child. His version will never go false. So he had the confidence, and Guru also told him, you are very lucky, you are fortunate, you got the blessing from Thiruñāna Sambandar. He himself says, don't doubt it. So you are going to have a child. Go to Thiruvenkadu, take your wife with you, be there for 48 days. Dip in the holy tank every day. Go to temple, worship, and recite this padiham. Recite this set of songs every day in the morning and evening, and see the result. Now you have been asked to come to Thiruvenkadu. Go over to Thiruvenkadu, take your wife with you, and you just render the prayer before Thiruvenkadu, the god of Thiruvenkadu. Go over there, you will be blessed with a child, no doubt. The couple, Achyuta Kalappalar and his wife, both of them fell on his feet and got the blessings from him, and they proceeded to Thiruvenkadu. They were there as Guru has directed. They made the dip in the holy water every day. They went to the temple, worshipped him, reciting Thiruñāna Sambandar's padiham, Thiruvenkadu padiham, every blessed day, morning and evening. They were very, very auspicious, and they were always thinking about Lord Shiva's grace. They were very careful. Their thoughts were full of Lord Shiva, and their concentration was remarkable. Okay, 48 days have drifted, they are just passed. Last day, 48th day, that day they went as usual, finished everything, came back, and they went to bed. That night, Lord Shiva came to the dream of, appeared in the dream of Achyuta Kalappalar. Achyuta Kalappalar, what a marvelous thing you have done. I am very much pleased by your devotion, by your prayer, by your puja. I am very much pleased. But alas, what can I do? Because the fate is not in favor of you. In this birth, you don't have a child at all. How can I bless you with a child when you don't have the fate? Anyway, I am very much pleased with you. Achyuta Kalappalar fell on his feet and replied, "Oh my Lord." The assurance was given by our Lord Guru Triyana Sambandha. It can never fail. You may not give, you may not bless me, but Triyana Sambandha definitely he has asked me, don't doubt. So he will definitely bless me with a child. I am having the confidence. If you don't give, he is going to give me the child, and I will definitely have a child. He replied in the dream like this. Lord Shiva astonished. What a great Guru Bhakti. You have such a belief with your Guru's word, Guru's Upadesha. This shows that we must not have, we must not doubt, we must not breach, we must not fail in the Upadesam of our Guru. We must have unshakable belief. We must have unshakable belief in Guru's Upadesam. Nobody in this world, nothing in this world can change your belief with your Upadesam, with your Guru's Upadesam. This shows that. He was having such a confidence. Such a confidence. The Lord Shiva told that I am appreciating your Guru Bhakti. What a nice Guru Bhakti you have. Because of your Guru Bhakti, your fate is going to be changed. You will be blessed with a child. The child will be like Triyana Sambandha. Like Triyana Sambandha. Go happily, you will have a child. The god disappeared. Suddenly, he woke up. Achyuta Kalappalar. What a nice dream I had. Then, as per Lord's words, the wife of Achyuta Kalappalar conceived, and she gave birth to a great child. The child for Saivam. That is our Meghandar. So, what a child! The child was blessed by Thiruvangadar, not by the fate, by the Guru Bhakti. Triyana Sambandha's words, such powerful words are Triyana Sambandha's words. Those who believe in his words, those who believe in his Padikam, those who believe in his Padikam, the songs, those who believe, and those who believe and recite, those who chant the songs, they will get definitely benefited. No doubt about that. This is the proof like mountain. A proof like mountain. If you chant Triyana Sambandha's Padikams, then you will be blessed and you will be given whatever you want. So it has been proved by this example. So the child was growing up in Tirupennadagam, and at that time Satyagana Darshini happened to go over the sky. He was attracted towards Pennagadam, and he understood that there was a fit soul here to start the hereditary of Guru in this world. And he just visioned that place belonged to Tamil Nadu. So anywhere that Guru would have come, but because of the what is the holiness of our Tamil Nadu, he has been attracted towards Tirupennadagam, where the child was playing. He took the child, invocation was done there, and he was preached the Upadesam. At that moment, the child became Meighandar. Before that, nobody knows the name of that child. But Satyagana, Paranjyoti named him after his Guru, Satyagana Darshini, as Meighandar. From that day onwards, he started teaching, preaching, giving out the Upadesams to a lot of persons about Saivam. People swarming in, they were coming and seeing Meighandar to get the blessings of him. 2.5 years child. Never forget. Every day, so many people are coming. The fame and name went through the entire Tamil Nadu. It reached our Sakalagama Pandita. By the time the Achyuta Kalapadar also one day visited him and told him the details, and he was happy about it. Now the message is being received as the child is child prodigy. The child was teaching the principles of Saiva Siddhanta just like that. It is always preaching. It is always in the holiness. It is always attracting people all around the places. People are coming and going out every day to have a vision of him, to have a darshan of him. When he heard about all these things, he expected, Sakalagama Pandita expected that the child will come and visit him. He just expected. Everybody will expect. Naturally, because he thought that only because of his blessings, Achyuta Kalapadar got the child. So he thought that the child will also get the blessings from him. But he is not aware. He was not aware that child was in a position to bless Sakalagama Pandita. He has been elevated. It cannot be expected. His position has been elevated by Satyagana, the Paranjyoti. That was not known to many persons. So the real greatness was not understood by Sakalagama Pandita, and he thought he is only a child. He is only a child. One day or other he will come and see me and he will get my blessings. I will give him blessings. That's what he was thinking of. But the messages were not like that. Every day he receives message like he gave darshan to them, he gave darshan. These people, hundreds and hundreds of people are swarming in. He was wondering, why people are so crazy about seeing him. Such a nice appearance, let me go and see. So he went in his cart, he reached there in Tiruvannai Nallur. At that time he was, Meighandar was in Tiruvannai Nallur. He was teaching, preaching to so many people who are all interested. They came and got the teaching from him. So many people were disciples of him. Oh, something is going on. So he came out to the Tiruvennai Nallur. At the time he was blessed by the the great Satyana, the great Paranjodiyar. He was in his uncle's house. Meghandar was in his uncle's house in Tiruvennai Nallur. So that is why he was blessed in Tiruvennai Nallur. In Tiruvennai Nallur, he was giving teachings and preachings, and he was having so many disciples. The things were going on very nicely, and Achyuta Kalapalar proceeded to Tiruvennai Nallur and landed in Tiruvennai Nallur. So many people came and saw him. So many people also got the blessings of Sakalagama Pandita, because he was also a great guru. So people were coming and they were telling him, what to do, what to say. That Meghandar, just by the look of him, our sorrowness, our fear, everything is vanishing. See, if we see him, we cannot take our eyes out of him. We have to continuously see him. Once we shift our vision from him to elsewhere, again our hearts are throbbing. We are very much wishing to see him again. Again and again people are going and having darshan of him. His teachings are also so powerful. Likewise, they were telling him the stories. Achyuta Kalapalar really wondered. Okay, I have come to Tiruvennai Nallur. Now he will come and see me. Somebody will go and tell him that Sakalagama Pandita has come over here. You know him. He was the guru of your father. He only directed your father to go to Tiruvangadu. Only because of him, he recited the Tiruvangadu Padikam, and only through that way, the God has blessed you as a child to Achyuta Kalapalar. All these things will be narrated to him so that he would be interested in seeing me. That's what he was thinking and waiting. Nothing happened. He didn't turn out at all. Days went on. He lost the patience. He just visited the place where Meghandar was taking classes to a set of students. There he went over. He just watched what's going on. The child was preaching. Pin drop silence. The disciples, the people were listening. And when he witnessed, he just rushed through the crowd and he approached Meghandar and looked at him. Oh, Meghandar just turned his head and looked at him. Yes. Can you just give the significance of Anavam? Anavam means the ego. The great Malam, the only religion, Sivam, is quoting it. No other religions are quoting it. Only Sivam say that the real ignorance of all the souls and the sufferings of all the souls are due to only because of this Anavam. Anavam, in other ways, it is called ignorance. It just encompasses, it just covers the wisdom of the soul. It doesn't allow the soul to use the wisdom. Just it covers it like a blanket. That is why souls are not able to act upon. They are not able to act. So God has intervened and to just make it slightly inactive, that Anavalam. He was feeding the tools of Tattvam, Maya, from Maya, so that it can just be liberated from the clutches of Anavam. So it has been offered Tattvams. The soul has got some tools to use so that it can come out of the clutches of Anava Malam. Malam means impurity. The impurity. So the Guru was asking him, what is the significance of Anavam? He was asking, thinking that the child will not be able to answer, thinking that the child will be taken aback, thinking that the child will get surrendered to the Sakalagama Pandit, asking him, oh my Guru, please tell me what is Anavam, how to say. Likewise, not only that, the Guru was thinking, that Sakalagama Pandit was thinking that the child is not giving respect to the Guru, Sakalagama Pandit, because of the Anavam, because of the Anavam. That is why the child is not taking care of me. It doesn't respect me. It doesn't give respect to me. It doesn't even recognizes me. So he was asking, how will you say the significance of Anavam? That was the question of Sakalagama Pandita. What the child did, you know? It just looked at him. Meghanda just looked at him. And he was showing his index finger towards him. The significance of Anavam is nothing but you. The entire ego of Sakalagama Pandita melted away. He doesn't know where he stands. He was not able to understand what happened to him. Suddenly he felt weightless. Suddenly he understood that the child sitting before him was not a child, it was Lord Siva. He understood, oh, what a mistake I did. Lord Siva is sitting. I thought him be a child. Now he just drove my ego out of me just by showing an index finger at me. He fell on his feet like a fallen tree. He fell on his feet, caught hold of the feet, shed tears on that feet. Oh, all these days I have been teaching and preaching. Only today I was taught the real thing of the Saivam. I have been taught. Oh my Guru, bless me, take me as your disciple, bless me, drive me away my ignorance. I will never leave you. I will never go out of your coverage. I will be with you. Your feet are going to lead me. They are the lotus feet of Lord Shiva. I have understood. Oh my Guru, oh my Guru, kindly take me as your disciple, even as the last disciple. I will be at your feet. Whatever you say, I will execute. I will never claim any wisdom or knowledge hereafterwards. Whatever I think, it is yours. Whatever I do, it is yours. Whatever I wish, it is definitely yours. Saying all these words, shed tears, and he just caught hold of the feet of, lotus feet of Meghanda. Meghanda looked at him. I was expecting you all these days. You are going to be my primary disciple. You are going to do wonderful works in this world. Every day I was expecting. You may not know that you are going to come here, but I know you will come here because I have been given instructions that you are going to be my primary students and you are going to do wonderful works for Siva. And the world is awaiting your preachings, your directions. All your knowledge of Agamam is going to be beneficial to the entire world of Siva. You are possessing such a vast knowledge of Agamams. So you are going to do fine works from this day onwards. Never leave me. Mehendar was blessing him. So that was the story, and the subsequently the Sakalaham Pandidar was getting the invocation, and also he was named by his guru as Arunandi Shivam. Arunandi Shivam. What a holy story. Just think of the chain of these external chain of gurus. So likewise, the guru disciple chain is going on, and we are going to see more details in the coming days also. Next week also we are going to continue this discussion, and with this I am just concluding my speech today with the chanting of 5-lettered mantra 5 times. I just request you to follow me. O Namah Shivaya, O Namah Shivaya, O Namah Shivaya, O Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். தென்னாடுடைய சிவனே போற்றி, எந்நாட்டவர்க்கும் இறைவா போற்றி, வெற்றிவேல் முருகனுக்கு அரோகரா. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம்.